I'm not a golfer, but if I was, I'm pretty sure this place right here would be high up on my bucket list of golf courses that I would want to be playing at. Where am I? Well, that over there is the Himalayan mountain range, and I'm not in India or Nepal. That down there is the Burma Valley, and this right here is the 17th hole of the Leopard Rock Championship golf course. And we have battled a few elements to get here, but today the sun is shining. It's an absolutely beautiful day, and my goodness, what a contrast these last few days have been. I left you guys in the absolutely spectacular setting of Chewore South, standing in front of a tridactyl footprint from an enormous Allosaurus that stood there about 160 million years before me, which is a healthy gap for me to feel quite safe. And now I am here, Leopard Rock in the Vumba. This is just a breathtaking spectacle. The views looking towards Mozambique and over to the south towards Chimanimani behind me. Well, what can I say? We left Chewore South and drove across the Angwa River, through Mshumbi Pools, up the Zambezi escarpment, and came to the spectacularly beautiful Maverdona Mountains on the edge of what used to be known as the Horseshoe Block. Maverdona is really the most beautiful place, and we were at Kopje Tops camp, which is a lovely self-catering camp, and we spent a couple of days there relaxing after the heat of the Zambezi Valley. Then we came down, we had a beautiful night in the Miombo Mountain Lodge just north of Harare. I think everyone was a little bit taken aback by how beautiful that was. They kind of expected, we're this close to the capital city, it's not really going to be that special, is it? But yeah, well, it is a pretty special place. And then we came around the edge of Harare and headed up to the Eastern Highlands. Our first stop was Juliasdale, where we had a fantastic view of Mount Dombo in the distance, and then looking east towards the mountains. That was Hidden Rocks. Hidden Rocks is a beautiful, very little known spot just before Juliasdale down Fox Rock Drive. And then from there we went up to Trout Beck. We wanted to go and check out World's View, but sadly the clouds had come down and there was no view. So we had to drive around Connemara, the Connemara Dams, had lunch at Trout Beck Inn, of course feeling the weight of history there. Had a look at the museum at the Rhodes Nyanga Hotel, which is fascinating little snapshot from history. And then the next day, after camping at the Rhodes Dam, we went through on the beautiful drive from the base of Nyangani to the Pungwe Drift by the Pungwe cottages. Unfortunately, it was raining very heavily at that point, and we were quite cold and we couldn't see much. It was very cloudy. So we didn't really get the full spectacle, which is a great shame because my goodness, that drive is one of the great drives in Zimbabwe. But it is what it is. Then we had a drive down. We were going to go to the Mtarazi Falls, but there was no point because we couldn't see anything. The Honde Valley was shrouded in cloud, and in fact the falls themselves were also covered in cloud. So we scuttled down to the beautiful La Rochelle country house for a night. My goodness, what an experience that was. The former home of Sir Stephen and Lady Virginia Courtauld, bequeathed to the National Trust, and with the absolutely incredible gardens there, the botanical garden as well as the orchid gardens. They just blew everyone away. It was totally unexpected and unscheduled. We'd planned to be camping that night in Mtarazi. But there we were, and then from there we've come here to the Leopard Rock Hotel. This really is stepping back in time. The golf course here is just amazing, and I don't spend much of my life wishing I could play golf, but this is one time when I really do, because my goodness, this golf course is incredible. But for me, I had a beautiful morning taking some of our guests around the botanical garden here in the Vumba. They went on to the legendary Tony's coffee shop for some chocolate cake and tea and coffee. And this afternoon we're going to the castle next door to the Leopard Rock for sundowners. And we'll be looking out over Mozambique as the sun sets behind us. And then looking forward to our next few days in Chimanimani, Chipinge, and then the jewel in the crown, Nyanga National Park. This trip has been full of contrast. The guests are just blown away by Zimbabwe and all it offers, and how amazingly diverse it is. And of course, the one comment that comes over and over again is how wonderfully friendly the people of Zimbabwe are, which of course is absolutely true. And yeah, I'm kind of sad, because for us the end is in sight. Once we get to Nyanga, the trip is over. Well, we've got 4 days in Nyanga, so it's not completely over. And I can't wait for those, because Nyanga is just my favorite place in the entire country. And it is the climax. We're saving the best till last. It's going to be magnificent. But for now, just enjoying the peace and serenity of this stunning, stunning place. Looking over towards Mozambique, you can see Chikamba Dam in the distance. And imagine the ocean somewhere out there over the horizon. And almost in my very vivid imagination smelling the sea, but it is 200 plus kilometers away, so I don't think I can really smell it. If you want to sign up for this trip next year, you can do that. There's still space, and it's going to be a magnificent one. Hopefully next year we'll be luckier with the weather when we drive from Nyangani through to Pungwe Drift. But otherwise, this trip, we've had immaculate, almost perfect weather throughout. And once again, the sun is shining, and it is a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm off for sundowners to the castle. I will catch you later. Take it easy. Bye.